pre-nesting. I'd like to use some pine needles, but I don't have any pine needles at the moment. So we're going to pre-nest. I'm going to check it for any dead ones, because the weather was so terrible. Oh, that one's pre-nested already. Make sure all the holes are open. Lock everything in place. There's something else I want to show. These are adjustable crescent shape starling as entrance holes, and I keep them at 1 1/4 versus 1 3/16.
Why?
The standard version is 1 3/16, but the problem is the people buy these things manufactured, and they're really designed to be flush like this. That's why I made these risers, to be equal within the inside, so you can actually make the hole bigger.
Nice.
And the starlings, the whole idea is the starling cannot bend down to get down there, to get in. When you leave a 1/2 lip on the bottom of those things, some starlings can get in because they can get their foot in there and they can wedge themselves in. But if they're flush like this, they can't get in, and you can actually make these things bigger so martins can get in and the starlings can't. And this is simple to do, but you know, I haven't seen anybody that has done this. I just don't quite understand it. But, you know. This is what happens when they spend too much time in the house because the weather's terrible. And I just take the door. This saves them some extra work so they can put more energy into eggs. A lot of people don't like to do this either, but it prevents them from being on the ground and being vulnerable to every kind of flying predator there is. Fine in there, that's pre-nested. And there are these two. These aren't adjustable, but this is what they call the bell shape. I don't know many people, you know, outside of the Amish community in Northwest Indiana, but I cannot see a starling getting in there at all. I didn't even think the martins can get in there, but they can get in there. But once again, put a riser up close to it. When you have this kind of dip in there,
yes,
you have to have some kind of a lip. It has to. You can't put it flush.
Okay.
So I learned that the hard way too. So yeah, that makes it easier for them to go in. And I bet I am willing to lay money on this is the only starling proof hole there is. Because I can never see a starling getting in those. But once again, you know, how many people know about this stuff?
Well, more will know now. You're making a video.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the general idea, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the idea. I swear to God, I would never wear black socks with shoes, with shorts. I've become an old man. I'm officially an old man. It's ridiculous. Look at that. I swear to God, I was never going to do that. You used to laugh and look at me.
At least they're not white long tube socks.
That's, you know, that's the funny part. I said, oh, old man wearing clothes like that. Oh, guess what? I must be old. Jeez.
You're not old. You just got up early, got started, and didn't put on pants.
Oh, I had pants on earlier. It got too hot. After the
Rocky the raccoon.
After the Rocky Raccoon incident. Oh, cripe. That took up half the day. Now there's another example. Look at that. Look how messy that is. Spent too much time. They had all that cold weather and they spent too much time in the... Because they don't want to do that. They don't want to mess up in their compartment like that. And the funny thing is, their droppings are shiny. They're iridescent. It's from the shells of all the insects they eat. The exoskeleton, to be exact. I know you think that's just gross.
No, I thought it was interesting.
Well, dried up, digested bugs in your poop. Fun times. Well, obviously, they are using that hole. Here's a good one. This is a prototype. Half moon or crescent Troyer horizontal. This is one of the first ones he ever made. It was a prototype. And I put a porch on here and I put a porch on the inside because I knew that was going to be a problem. It's been used ever since. It's been sitting out in the weather for 20 years. And I just put this on because it was starting to show a crack here. Starting to wear. So he sells these things. I don't even know how much they come in a package. I think 4 or something. Ooh, I gotta put a... Oh, there we go. Instead of a cotter pin, finishing nail will work well. And I just bend it up like that. And it works just fine.
Neat.
Yeah, I thought so.
You want to bend it a little more like this, so that when you go to screw off the cap, it doesn't scratch you.
That shouldn't be a problem. More excrement, my favorite. Anything recognizable? Just small insects. The bigger ones leave bigger pieces, so you see like legs and stuff if they're eating bigger insects. But this time of year, early in the spring, a lot of time there's not any bigger insects out yet. So, but it looks. Oh, there's a small beetle. Shell of a small green iridescent beetle. Sometimes I can tell what they were actually eating.
Really?
Yeah. Certain insects have certain distinguishing parts. Been in this one yet. Oh geez, dogs are gonna need a bath now. Rolling around in something stinky. They're gonna be stanking. Damn dogs. I like to watch them build nests too, but some of them build terrible nests, especially the younger birds, and that really helps them out. Too many years I can remember them just laying on the bare floor. And that's an added attractant too for new birds. Pre-existing nest. And once again. work for them. And I might be able to raise this house up too with the drill. It's a little more tricky because I got to avoid getting clobbered. Alright. Nobody died in here either.
Great. Great.
Oh, and here's something too. These clips here. These are just... That's how these things are attached, just with these.
Okay.
So I could take them off at the end of the season. I think I left these on for extra perching.
Yes.
It's simple to do without having to drill holes or do anything crazy. Here too. But this is what happens when you leave them out. The sun destroys the plastic, and those things are cheap, easily replaced. If you want to replace them, you just use a bigger clip. Look at that. Look at the difference. What the sun does. This is what happens when they don't add any UV protection to plastic. That's fine. This is what the sun does to it. Okay. I think we are ready to raise it up. We get the drill. This is a little more tricky, so I don't get clobbered. I gotta loop this one up too.
Yes.
Lickety split. All right, that's good. Done.